Again tonight with a follow-up story that we first brought you back in May when 6 West Chester firefighters first tested positive for the coronavirus.
Now, one city union is questioning whether some of those firefighters may have infected other township employees. Local 12 Investigates' James Pilcher has the story.
Those questions surround what happened in early May in this building, the Township Service Center. An entire shift of firefighters was temporarily stationed here while their firehouse was cleaned. But the employees who work here say that they were never notified that those infected with the coronavirus entered their workspace. They say they only found out after questioning management 4 days after the firefighters stayed in their building. Now those workers want answers from the township.
They never told us anything. We asked him, why didn't you tell us? Don't you have you're our superintendent, you should be looking to our safety, our family safety, our people that sick safety. We have people have asthma and stuff at work that we work with.
Sleiman is president of West Chester's asthma union. That represents the township's 24 public service workers. Local 12 Investigates reached out to the union after an open records request of the township's emails showed employees were concerned about exposure. 3 times we emailed the West Chester Township administration for an on-camera interview. They declined. We sent them 10 specific questions. The township emailed this statement that read in part, "We don't have anyone available to answer those questions for you, and doing so creates contention that is not warranted." Sleiman says the union is not satisfied the service center has been cleaned properly since the firefighters left. Township receipts show Station 74, where the infected firefighters worked, received a special COVID-19 deep clean. As for the service center, the union says the service workers area was cleaned by their usual janitor. In an email, West Chester's public information director said about the service center cleaning, "We did receive recently the invoice from cleaning of the services department building by our regular contracted service. The township did nothing wrong in this situation. The facilities were cleaned, risk of exposure was mediated, etc." The union is also upset the township will not pay for the workers to get tested for coronavirus after the possible exposure. Sleiman says some of the workers have felt ill, but not gotten screened because of the personal expense of a test, which can be several $100s.
There's people been sick. I'm not sure if they have been sick from the COVID because, a lot of people, they've been avoiding to tell us anything. So they have been people sick, yes.
Township spokeswoman Barb Wilson also wrote that the workforce was not further impacted by this exposure. Employees' concerns were welcomed and heard. Sleiman said he agreed to talk because this is the second time the union felt like the township didn't tell them about potential exposure. Sleiman said back in April, one of his workers was asked to fix a police car driven by an officer who was quarantining after being exposed to COVID-19. The township did not respond to questions about this statement. He says the union is considering legal action and filed complaints with the Butler County Health Department. I requested those documents in an open records request, but the health department is still reviewing complaints it's received. Sleiman also wonders if his coworkers have been inadvertently spreading COVID around Butler County.
I want the public to know that our township is not led by people that care about their employees. We're not, we have family, we have elderly people. We expose to elderly people in the township. Our safety is not, and the service department has not been looked into it by our management to be serious.
The township acknowledges that there are some things we could have done better with regard to communication to employees.
In West Chester, James Pilcher, Local 12 News.
Butler County is currently at a level 2 emergency after being at level 3 earlier this summer. The county has seen more than 2,800 cases and 62 deaths so far.